Over on BBC One in just over 5 minutes, golfing superstars Severiano Ballesteros and Lee Trevino challenge Nick Faldo and Isao Aoki to a round over the old course at St Andrews in the One Club Challenge. That's except for viewers in Wales and Scotland. Now on to Tuesday's edition of Newsnight.
Northern Ireland counts the cost of the Easter marches, but unionists still insist they'll have no talks with Mrs Thatcher. Good evening. Remove the Anglo-Irish agreement and only then will we talk. That's expected to be the unionist leader's reply to Mrs Thatcher's invitation for talks. We report from Belfast. As today's marches go ahead without incident, argument continues over yesterday's Easter march banned, say unionists, because of the Anglo-Irish agreement. We asked Northern Ireland Minister Nicholas Scott what's in store for the agreement and a mutinous loyalist community now. And as Sir Geoffrey Howe offers the Indian government new extradition arrangements for Sikhs, we talk to one of the Sikhs in Britain at the centre of the controversy, who's been told he can't stay in Britain and says he's just a victim of international political horse trading.
The price of oil falls below $10 a barrel on the London Exchange, with warnings that it may go down even further. The consumer will benefit, but what will cheaper North Sea oil do to the British economy in the long run? And the Hampton Court fire disaster. Today there's good news about the pictures, but Sir Christopher Wren's building will take years and millions of pounds to put right. We've a full report. All that plus the rest of today's main news at home and abroad.
Defiant loyalist crowds may have moved over the streets in Northern Ireland today, but their political leaders remain as defiant as ever. And tonight, it's widely expected that they will reject Mrs Thatcher's latest call for talks. There can be no talks with the British government, a unionist leader told Newsnight, while the Anglo-Irish agreement is in place. Unionists say it was Dublin which inspired the RUC's ban on the Apprentice Boys March in Portadown yesterday, and that the police ban was to blame for what's an increasing phenomenon in Northern Ireland, a confrontation between Protestant crowds and the police. 8 people are still in hospital, 3 of them seriously ill after being hit by plastic bullets. As for the police, who today were strongly defended by Northern Ireland Secretary Tom King, there were 32 separate attacks on officers, including 9 incidents at the homes of police officers. Mr King was in no doubt that the violence by loyalists had damaged the province's reputation.
Well, they were disgraceful incidents. I think it's appalling that the RUC have to stand to defend law and order against hooligans and violence of that kind. They're scenes that will have done no good to the good name of Northern Ireland, either in the rest of the United Kingdom or around the world, and I very much regret them.
Well, today about 5,000 members of the Young Orange clubs marched peacefully through Larne. But tonight there was further evidence of the potential for violence in Northern Ireland. The army defused a 60-pound bomb in a field at Favour Royal near Clogher in County Tyrone. It's not known who planted it. Gavin Essler now reports on the violence in Portadown and on its aftermath.
Easter is a time for pilgrims.
On the left! Quick march!
In Belfast, the Miller Memorial Flute Band sets off on its first major pilgrimage of the year, the beginning of Ulster's traditional marching season. 2,000 parades will take to the province's streets over the next 6 months, proclaiming their right to march as their families have for generations. Even in normal times, that means a period of high tension. This year is far worse than normal.
To Northern Ireland's Protestants, parades such as these are part of their cultural heritage, a celebration of battles fought and won some 3 centuries ago. But they're also part of today's battle, the struggle to smash the Anglo-Irish agreement. And this year they've taken on exceptional significance as the party political campaign appears to have run out of steam.
the whole system of democracy has collapsed in Ulster as a result of the Anglo-Irish agreement. And the violence has started to increase, and the police are being put in a